Good morning, Manchester, and welcome to the April 3rd edition of The Pulse. I'm Ariana Bradley.
And I'm Matthew Gomez. This week, we take a look into a local business giving back with every sale they make. We also dive into how an MHS student has continued to carry on the legacy of her father.
And we take a look at how a new tradition at MHS sets up seniors for success. We have all that and much more on this week's edition of
The Pulse. Each year, seniors present how their high school experiences have set them up for success in the future. Julian Ortiz delves deeper into the importance of Senior Story Day.
What's up, MHS? Today is Senior Story Day, and we're going to be going around asking people what the hardest part about Senior Story was. Let's see what they got to say. What was the most difficult part about Senior Story?
I think the most difficult part was just formulating it and making it like one coherent story.
I feel like the most difficult part was like grabbing the photos, because you can remember the stuff, you can reminisce about the memories, but actually finding the memories is pretty difficult.
Well, for me as a teacher, it's just very enjoyable. It wasn't too hard for me. I don't have seniors this year to prepare, but I love seeing kids explain about themselves and having them be honest about their difficulties and proud of their successes, especially for students who are not my students that I don't know.
Probably putting the slides together, getting all the pictures.
I would say like trying to stay consistent and like not stuttering so much.
From my perspective, trying to get students there only to have them not quite be ready.
You guys got to show up, man.
Making it probably the artifact, because I decided to make things harder for myself and make an artifact specifically for Senior Story. Don't know why I did that, but I did. So
probably the part where like you have to actually put the effort in to start. Yeah. I feel like once you start, it's like pretty easy.
Yeah, I just started mine last night.
I think it was going back and like finding artifacts that I was most proud of, because I feel like there's multiple that show how hard working I am and
nothing's difficult. I think Miss Murphy and Miss Miner, they organize everything. I show up, I go where I'm assigned, and it's wonderful to see the students have a great time.
Good job, Miss Murphy and Miss Miner. Senior Story is a fun tradition for Manchester High School students. I hope everybody got their 25th credit today. From Manchester, it has been Julian Ortiz reporting.
It was so amazing to get to share my story.
Agreed. Another amazing story is found right here in Manchester. Carlos Cabrera shows how Bob's Jerky is spicing up local charities with each delicious piece it sells.
Here in Manchester, our community comes together under common causes, and everyone plays a part. And, on Green Road, one man has played a unique role in not just supporting the Manchester community, but the Connecticut community as a whole. Because of Bob's Jerky for a Cause, bite-sized pieces of beef contribute to a bigger picture, allowing customers to donate 25% of their purchase to a cause of their choice.
So right now we have 46 causes we work with, and we've started online sales being 25% goes towards the commission of that cause. Now with the storefront, this is actually set up to be a fundraiser for our causes, and they also get 25% towards their commissions. We do that because we want to give back and earn our living at the same time.
From an online shop to the recently opened retail location, Bob's origins as an award-winning jerky maker started with family.
So my son's got me a dehydrator and a slicer, many years ago. I think 20 now, 19 or 20 years ago. And it took me about a year and a half to perfect the recipe. Everybody liked it, so we just kept going with that family recipe that we came up with. So when we started the business, my wife and I wanted to start a business that helped people, but I also like to make jerky. So we combined the two. So we entered into the international jerky competition last year, and our Mango Habanero won the top gold award.
Through his humble beginnings as an online store owner going to local cause events to opening up a physical location on Green Road, Bob's charitable actions have allowed his business, Bob's Jerky for a Cause, to support over 40 local organizations, showing that one man can truly make a difference for their community. From The Pulse, this has been Carlos Cabrera reporting.
Have a great day.
When asked the question, what's your favorite coffee spot? Almost everyone says Dunkin' or Starbucks. Brianna Roy Espinoza takes us to a local coffee shops around Manchester to see which ones are worth the visit.
Hey MHS, I'm Brianna Roy Espinoza, and today I'm going to be taking you to try a bunch of different coffee shops in and around Manchester with me. Recently, a top 100 list of coffee shops in the world came out, and one was right here in Manchester, Silk City Coffee. So I decided it would be fun to try a bunch of different coffee shops and see which ones are worth checking out. Let's go. Alright, the first coffee we have is from Vernon Coffee Roasters. I have an iced vanilla latte. I think I'll get the same drink at every place just to keep an even playing field, and let's try it. That's pretty good. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. Second coffee of the day, let's try it. Perfect balance of milk and espresso. It's pretty good. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. All right, coffee number 3. Let's see how it compares to the others. That's pretty good. I think it needs a little bit more vanilla though. But other than that, pretty solid latte. I'll give it a 8 out of 10. I recommend. All right, world's best coffee. Let's give it a try. Another iced vanilla latte. I think that's tasting like the world's best. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. Ratio of milk to espresso to vanilla, just the right amount for me. All right, last coffee of the day. Cheers. That's very different from the other ones I've had today. Espresso is more like earthy, and again, I really like the vanilla syrup they use. Very good. I give that a 9 out of 10. Thanks for joining me on my coffee shop adventure. I hope you stay caffeinated, and this video helps you figure out which coffee shops are worth checking out. From The Pulse, this has been Brianna Roy Espinoza reporting.
I can't wait to check out some of the spots mentioned.
Me too. And nothing beats a good book to read at your favorite cafe. One of MHS's juniors has published her own book, and it's a page-turner.
When faced with hardship at a young age, it can be hard to find ways to cope. But Samantha Mitchell coped in a different way. Hi, Samantha.
Hi.
So my first question is for you, is what inspired you to originally write a book so young?
I wasn't planning on becoming an author. I just wrote as much as I could about the loss of my father, and then I realized my writing could have an impact on others, and that motivated me to publish my book.
Awesome. So how old were you when he passed away?
I was 9 years old.
Can you just provide like a little bit more background about yourself?
Of course. I am a junior here at Manchester High School. I enjoy horseback riding, skiing, attending Broadway shows, and spending time with family.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. So what has been like the most rewarding moment of writing this book and publishing it?
The most rewarding moment since publishing my book has been many people have reached out through social media sharing their stories with me.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. So what was the emotional process like when you were writing?
The emotional process was a roller coaster of emotions. There were sad tears remembering the loss of my dad, but then there were happy memories and tears of all the love he had for my family and I.
Yeah. My last question for you is, where can readers find this book?
Readers can find my book on Amazon. Type in the search engine, Finding Light in Darkness, A Daughter's Healing Journey, or they can go to a link in my Instagram bio.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
As we stand here in this field in honor of Barry Mitchell, we keep Samantha in our minds throughout her inspiring journey. From The Pulse, this has been Savannah Peak reporting.
Every year, Saucon Buskin Drama Club works to put together an amazing performance in their spring musical. Chelsea Manel takes to the Bailey Auditorium to witness the stage transform into a Prohibition-era Chicago.
Jazz hands, high energy, and show-stopping performances, our school's production of Chicago transported our audience straight into the 20s with its dazzling choreography, storytelling, and unforgettable music. This year's musical was nothing short of spectacular. Behind the glitz and glamour was months of dedication, from long rehearsals to perfecting every step and note. The cast and crew worked tirelessly to bring this show to life. For students who stepped into these roles, Chicago was both a challenge and a dream come true. Cameron Thomas shined bright in the spotlight of Chicago.
The hardest part, I think, was when rehearsals got longer. We would be here till 10, so just kind of being around the same people for up to like 6-8 hours was a lot.
While the cast brought the story to life on stage, it was the guidance and vision behind the scenes that helped shape the production. Miss Castingway played a key role ensuring every scene, song, and step came together seamlessly.
Stage fright is to be prepared, overly prepared. So having our late rehearsals and coming in and continually doing the show, making sure that you know your material, because when you know your material, then you don't have anything you should be afraid of.
The show may be over, but the memories and the impact of Chicago will stick with its cast and crew for years to come. From The Pulse, it has been Chelsea Manel reporting.
It's crazy to see the talent that students of MHS have on the big stage.
Well, Manchester, those are all the stories we have for you this week. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at MHS_television and check out our website, mhstelevision.com, for our latest Pulse productions. I'm Ariana Bradley.
And I'm Matthew Gomez. And this has been The Pulse.